Retell AI's conversation flow feature just solved the biggest pain in voice AI. Today, we are going to be doing a deep dive into what the issue was, how conversation flow fixes it, and how you can use it for your business. For those who are new here, over the past 5 years, me and my team have helped more than 100 plus businesses build custom software and AI solutions. A bunch of them have been in the voice AI space, which is really picking up. Let's dive in. So just a 30-second intro for Retell AI. Retell AI allows you to create voice AI agents. You can configure a knowledge base, you can purchase phone numbers, you can create different types of agents, and there's a bunch of other stuff as well. There are other tutorials that cover this. We're going to be exploring the brand new conversational flow agent. So before, you would give a prompt to the voice AI and a knowledge base, and it kind of hoped it worked for your scenario. Okay, it would not be that great in handling a few different scenarios, and then you would have like this a cluster of voice AI agents transferring between each other. Or if there was a sequence, it would just kind of fumble along the sequence. Overall, this was unstructured and making structured interaction hard, which is really good, but still hard. Now with conversation flow, it's very structured. You can just design the entire sequence easily. If you're familiar with chatbot builders, you will find this very intuitive. You can just design your flow. Instead of chatbots, it'll be like voice AI, and it will behave exactly like how you want it to do it. So in this video, we're going to be exploring conversation flows, how to create a new flow, explore the various nodes and how they work, and definitely explore some of the advanced features, particularly the global node and fine-tuning examples as well. All right. Before we continue any further, I'd really appreciate it if you smash that like button. My plan is to make a lot of voice AI videos. So if you're interested in this type of content, just subscribe to the channel. Back to the video. Now I'm going to start with a blank canvas, but there are definitely these helpful templates as well that you can explore. So when you create a new conversational flow, you land here. Now the first thing, if I click out on the gray area, you see all these global settings. You can easily tune the agent settings, you can tune the knowledge base and a bunch of other areas. But let's focus more on the conversational flow aspect itself. Let's go through a simple customer support agent that's validating who the user is before trying to, give their order status or something like that. All right. So the begin node is the starting point. All right. Does the AI speak first, or does the AI remain silent until the user initiates a conversation? So let's just make it AI speaks first. All right. And let's add a pause of half a second, the time it takes for the phone to go till there. All right. Now, hi, this is customer support. How can I help you today? Now, if the user, now the transitions here, and you can have a lot of transitions here about the different types of conversation pathways that can be added. All right. So let's say we want one of them, which is like, and you just describe the condition. Which is like, I'd like to return an order, please. All right. Returning an order. Okay, so this is the high level definition, but then what you can do, and it makes it really powerful, is you can add fine tuning examples. So if I click add here, and I go to fine tune the transition, I can just basically give like different examples. I'd like to return my parcel, please. All right. I'd like to, one second, why is this agent? Yeah. So add user speech. I'd like to earn my book if it's a bookstore. User speech. I'm not happy with the item. I would like to return it. So these are all different types of examples that you can save for transition, and then click save here, and this will just give it more fine-tuned examples for this particular behavior to happen. Now when this happens, what do I want to do? Let's just imagine like I'm going to ask, what's your name, what's your kind of account number, and just validate a date of birth or something like that. All right, before kind of proceeding ahead with the return. All right, so I'll just click this conversation node. So I'll just drag and drop this circle icon here. I was like, I'm sorry to hear that. You can prompt it, or you can put a static sentence as well. All right, I'm really sorry to hear that. So I'm really sorry to hear that. Now, easy mistake to make, and something I do, I'm writing in script language. So I'm thinking in static sentence. If I want to prompt it, politely acknowledge the issue. Example. So I'm giving a prompt rather than a static sentence. Really sorry to hear that. Inform that we need to get a few simple details before I can proceed, before you can proceed. You can proceed. All right. And can I have your name, please? All right. So here as well, you need to prompt it. So you have the user's name. All right. So if we go ahead, the next one will be conversation function, and ask for, what is it? Let's try and ask for the user's account number, and you have the user's account number, which is a 6-digit code. All right. Now, super powerful feature, you can just easily test the voice AI agent here as you go. This was also another thing when you would, in the previous paradigm, you'd write a prompt and you'd hope it worked, and then you'd test, and you needed to test all the scenarios. Now you have conversational pathways and you can test individual conversational pathways. You can also, there's more like areas here where you can create different types of tests and just interact in chat manner to go through the test, which is super good. You can also test audio. So let's just explore test LLM for a bit. And it's like, okay, hi, and then hi, this is customer support. How can I assist you today? I like to return. I just like to return something, and it just see this hover over blue border. Really sorry you'd like to hear that. You'd like to return something. Can I have your name, please, so we can get started? All right. So I'll just add my name. So this is a chatbot style testing. Super easy, because previously you'd have to, like, you know, have phones or test the audio. It's just okay. Now let me say ABC for my account code and see, look what the AI is doing. It's not correct. Could you please double check and provide the correct number? It should be typically be a series of numbers or a combination of letters and numbers. So I haven't told it here that it's alphanumeric or numeric. So let me try 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Send. And it kind of like, it's kind of like, you know, stuck here because I haven't designed the rest of the conversation now. So let me just, how to, you know what, that's fine. What's the next step that we wanted to do? Maybe we want to validate their date of birth. All right, so let's go here. Now I'd like to go through, oh, again, I think in script, but I need to think in prompt here. So inform that you need to go through some basic security questions. Ask for their month and year of birth. All right. Now after this, you have the month and year of birth. At this point, what we'll use is we'll use a different node called the function calling node. There's no tools available. I'll just add a tool. There are the built-in ones, which is the calendar availability one. We're just doing a security check on checking for year and month. There's a bunch of stuff here. You can enter a custom URL and the JSON schema. Now overall function calling has a whole, it probably deserves a separate video, so I'm not going to actually create the function. Let's just assume for the sake of it that it passes. Technically we'd have to make a function, an endpoint, an API call, a webhook. I was like, okay, and then it passes. Like now let's assume it passes. All right, because I want to explore all the other good features here as well. Now let's say the person is upset in the middle of the conversation. Is like, I need to speak to the manager. I'm not happy with the service or whatever. So now we can create a conversation node, and we can just go in and mark it. If I click the node, I can mark it as a global node. All right. And I can describe the condition where anything happens in the conversation, it just jumps here. All right. So if I'm like, the user is upset or angry, or you are unable to solve their concerns, transfer here. All right, politely acknowledge and apologize inform that you are transferring to your manager. All right. Now we can use the call transfer function here, call transfer node. It can be a cold transfer or a warm transfer, which again, warm transfer, it just can summarize the previous conversation and warm transfer the whole thing, or it can be a static sentence as well. But cold transfers can happen as well. It depends on how you want to structure your transfer. But all this, anytime this happens, we'll just come to the call transfer function. So inform, describe the transition condition. Oh yeah, there's no condition here. You basically need to take this skip response. Not on the node, on the, one second here. Oh yeah, we don't want to skip the node, we want to skip the condition. So we'll like skip response. All right, so now it won't wait or anything, it'll just go straight. Now transfer, I haven't really configured the transfer properly. This is not really a good number. Let me, essentially after this, it needs to basically end the call. Okay, now we don't have a, I don't have a number readily to transfer. Let's just try and see how this works. This time we can do another test, which is angry customer. All right, I'm not happy with the item. Now it may decide to refund or transfer. Okay, it just went into the transfer. Please hold on for a moment, and it just went in the transfer. Now it didn't, current conversation skip, so it jumped straight to the global node here. All right, we can test it using voice as well. Let me see. I'm not sure if you guys will hear the voice. Let me see.
Hello, thank you for contacting customer support. How can I assist you today?
Hi, I'm not really happy with the service and I'd like to refund the item.
I'm so sorry to hear about your experience.
So instead of going to the refund pathway, it went into the upset pathway. This could be a desired behavior, or we may have to tune the prompt a little bit, that if the user is upset, depends. This is the type of stuff that can get a bit tricky with voice agents. But let's go again with a little simpler pathway. Go till here and then kind of like speak to the manager.
Hello, thank you for contacting customer support. How can I assist you today?
I'd like to refund the parcel I ordered, please.
Really sorry to hear that. Let me help you with your refund request. I'll just need to get a few simple details before we proceed. Can I have your name, please?
Zubair, Zubair.
Thank you, Zubair. To assist you further with your refund request, could you please provide your account number?
You know what, can I speak to a manager? I'm really upset about this as well.
I completely understand, Zubair, and I'm truly sorry for any frustration this has caused. Let me transfer you to my manager right away so they can assist you further. Please hold on for just a moment.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Actually, we do have to install, not just jump to the next node, we have to take this to skip response. Ignore what I said a little while ago. But yeah, it's not just a case of skip response here. You have to kind of tick skip response and then it will work. Yeah, let me just go. That's why testing makes it super useful.
Hello, thank you for contacting customer support. How can I assist you today?
I'm really upset. I'd like to speak to the manager.
I'm so sorry to hear that you're upset, and I truly apologize for any inconvenience caused. I completely understand your concern, and I'll transfer you to my manager right away. Please hold on for just a moment.
Just transferred over. This one's not configured, so it just went into the end call node as well. But there you have it. Now this was a very simple scenario. I'm sure given if 3-4 more hours, you can design a very comprehensive overall scenario experience here. But let's explore some of the existing templates and browse around the features here as well. Now we've got a simple patient screening, a real estate lead qualification, appointment setter, medical receptionist, and a customer support. The customer support is the one we just kind of worked with. So we can go with the patient screening one example, and let's see how it works. All right, so it's a very long sequence. This is the type of stuff that would be super hard in a conversation. All right. So again, there's a global node. If somebody's upset for whatever reasons, when the user's angry, you just make a fallback and like, okay, sorry, fine. But yeah, if I just want to like, ask the name, verify the zip code, the date of birth, health, just a bunch of pest mode, whatever. There's a bunch of screening criteria here. Now, one thing I may not have highlighted is the post call analysis tab. All right, super useful, super powerful. All it does is kind of like, okay, here's the detailed call summary, and it just passes it back to the webhook. Do you feel safe? Any format example within the past 12 months, detailed call summary. Are you currently employed? The choices are yes, full-time, no, part-time. So you can create different types of post-call analysis, and it will structure the conversation at the end and then pass all this information back in webhooks. All right, let's just see what this looks like. To test webhooks, what I really like to do is to just make a simple webhook, go to webhook.site and just get this endpoint. All right, so let me just get this endpoint and copy it here. Where is it? Oops, agent webhook service. So if I start testing the audio, webhooks will start appearing there.
Hello, this is Anna, an AI representative calling from Retell Healthcare Organization on a recorded line. I'm reaching out to help you access your health service portal. May I speak with Evie Wang, please?
Yes, that's speaking.
Thank you for confirming. Could you provide your full name, date of birth, and zip code for verifying purposes? Understood, Evie. Thank you for speaking with me today. If you have any questions later, feel free to reach out to support@retelli.com. Have a great day.
Now I just had a conversation with Retell AI and just blitzed over it. What happens after a while is you get these webhooks. So this was the call started webhook. All right. After that, this like the call has ended webhook, and you get the whole transcript in there as well. But a second later, you get the call analyzed webhook, and in the call analyzed webhook, you get all these, no, not the whole script. At the end, it's like call analysis. So you have the call summary, the user sentiment, the custom analysis data. So all the questions that I asked. All right. So if you had, for example, some type of staffing agency and you're doing availability checks on, are you available for a shift? Yes, no, oh, can I do this, that? So you can just do custom analysis and get all the structured data back. And of course you can connect it to make.com, Google Spreadsheets, or make a custom app in Bubble, whatever. All that is easily doable stuff. But yeah, so let's dig into this particular like flow. What does it do? It's just, there's the transfer call at the end, there's the begin node, and just one long sequence of obtain confirmation. There's some screening questions, very kind of like long detailed flow, which you can just create your own pathway. Now let's look at one more, which is the real estate lead qualification one. All right. Again, it has the user's not interested, some fallback pathway here to end the call. And then it starts with the type of this is a static sentence, actually, not a prompt. You can do prompt and static sentence mix. And one feature which I actually found very interesting is that you can choose a different LLM for a particular node. If you want something a slightly smarter brain or a simpler brain, a cheaper brain, you can just tune the costs a little bit here as well. Pretty useful and interesting. So multiple kind of like static sentence or prompt. This is about us. So it's a static sentence. This is a prompt. All right. So you can go various and different transitions here and there. One of the interesting ones here is that it also does like a function call, all right, to check the availability. So if I click here and I go here, so this is directly linked with cal.com and some random API calls. This is not mine, but the book appointment is also cal.com. But if it was a general function, custom function, you just have to specify the API endpoint, the JSON schema, and it can go back and forth here as well. Super useful. And first it runs check availability. If there isn't, you can steer the pathways like available, not available, go back, get a new time. See this loop here, this little function? Oh, I found a new time, ask the user another time, and go back and check availability again. So you can make like loopy pathways here and kind of go, oh, you found a time that you worked, and now you can book success, book failed, if something failed in the booking, it's like, okay, you can loop again, or you can just exit out and there's a technical glitch in the system. Sorry, we can't handle this request and end the call, or transfer to a human as well. That would be a better user experience. All right. So I'm really excited about conversation flows. We're going to try and use it for production for a few of our client projects. And if you've got any questions about voice AI or Retell in general, just drop them in the comments below, or feel free to get in touch, and more than happy to help you out. Thanks. Bye.